Oh, that was Scully. Such.
Anything
Right.
interesting happened recently?
Apart from the football, if you class that as interesting, not much.
What do you mean, not much? Love Island has started.
Oh, true. Actually, yeah, true. Big.
I've never
you
seen
watch-
TV, so
No. So I'll tell you. I'll give you a hot
Actually,
take right now.
I really
A big
like
ho-
Love Island. Actually, unironically.
I'll give you a big hot take right now, though. Love
Yeah.
Island is normally good, but this year, Too Hot to Handle, which is on Netflix, season 2, is
Mhm.
better than Love
Really?
Island, and it's just come out just now. Yep,
'Cause let me tell you this. Mario. Let me tell you this.
I'm ready.
So I watched episode 1, and
Oh, season 2 or season 1?
no, Love Island, the newest
Oh, Love
season.
Island. Oh, okay, yeah.
So I watched episode 1, and I find literally none of the girls attractive.
Yep.
Is
That's a lie. The Scottish girl, Shannon,
that the
dark-haired one.
the brunette?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like the only remotely good looking one, I think.
Have you watched any of the other episodes since?
No.
Are you going to?
Yes.
Do you want me to spoil it?
Yeah, I can do, because it's like I feel like the thing that I have to remind myself is last season of Love Island was probably the best season, right? And it started off really slow as well. Like
Yeah.
so I just got to give it time, but I really don't like the cast of like this season's Love Island for
Well,
now.
I'll tell you something. On the second day, someone went home.
Really? Holy
Yep,
shit!
they sent someone home on the second day.
Well, I mean, me and my roommates normally watch it, but obviously I'm not at my university accommodation now anyway, so I just watch it on my own. 'Cause we watched the you know when they did the winter one for the first time?
Oh yeah.
We watched the winter one together. And it was
Yeah,
it was
see,
alright.
it's fun watching it together because so I watched that Too Hot to Handle with my sister,
Mm.
and we both would consider ourselves good at like not judging people, but like picking up on how people are and like assessing the dynamics of a situation. And a lot of these boys just on girls, I would say more in the boys though, don't have like the kind of what I was talking about last week about like the emotional intelligence to like navigate a lot of the
Yes.
situations that they're put in.
Yes, I will
And-
say this. It's just to jump on like your point. I feel like, is it me, or is it like are they all like just man-childs and like the girls as well? Like because a lot of them just like can't do anything for themselves.
Yeah,
Like
I
they
mean,
can't cook and they're so like fucking 2 IQ it hurts.
I find the most normal ones normally do the worst as well, which is kind of a shame.
it's because it's not
It's-
entertaining to see a guy cook. You know, it's funny.
Well,
to see
no,
someone
it's
fail.
because they're like they're just like, oh, this is silly. If you're gonna act like this, I don't want to be with you. End of story. And that's good boundaries for yourself. That's sensible, but that is not what makes good
It's like-
TV.
It's like I think my favorite my favorite boy ever was probably Tommy Fury, but he's so fucking 2 IQ it hurts.
I liked him. I liked Jack the Lad.
It's
You
like
know- Jack, who was on the
uh,
season before, he was kind of had a beer belly. I just liked him with his fake teeth. I liked him because he had a belly and he just kind of strolled out, all these other boys like jacked as hell. This guy comes out of beer belly, finger guns out, confidence blaring, and he's just like, all right, ladies. He just
Yeah.
like has a good like, and I was like, and he, I think, was like very built for that kind of situation. I don't feel like a lot of those guys are built for those kind of situations.
More your
Yeah.
spirit animal.
No, I'd
Yeah,
agree. I'd agree actually. Like it's impressive how like they have the emotional vocabulary and emotional range of a fucking teaspoon.
I know.
I feel just the whole premise of the show is so dumb and weird.
I mean, it's a very toxic show, right? Because it's like in general, it's kind of like social media, right? It's very toxic in the way of this is like especially for like young lads, right, or young like teenagers.
Yeah.
Who think that's what they should aspire to be, right? Like in like their body, but that's very hard to accomplish. Like it's not easy, and you have to have the genetics as well. It's like
I also feel like that now that it's become kind of a big deal, and a lot of the people who go on it become like pretty famous, like
Yes.
relative to what they were
I
beforehand.
think
I think that now that people want to go on it. I mean, how many applicants would they have to go through? Be like, no, this person's just trying to get famous. Like
well,
they're not
I
actually
don't
here for the premise of the show. If you know what I
I
mean.
don't think anyone's there for the actual premise of the show. I'll be honest, Moy. I think if you think they are, I think you're
Well,
stupid.
that's the thing, and I don't actually think that a lot of them are there for the premise of the show, which is why Too Hot to Handle's good, because it gives them a it gives if you're not familiar with Too Hot to Handle, it gives you a premise. It gives you 100,000. You've got 100,000 prize pool for everyone who finishes the show, and every time that you kiss,
Yeah.
have sex, or have self gratify, they call it masturbate. They
Mhm.
take money off the prize pool,
Okay.
and then it's like, and then all the people kind of point. So let's say you've been good the whole time. You haven't had you've built a great connection with someone. You haven't kissed them or anything, but this other couple just like kind of want to like mess around. Like it's like $3,000 for a kiss.
Fully based.
So, but the idea of the show is much more based around. I don't want you to. It's not about that. I want you to form deep and meaningful connections. And it like I like it a lot more because they're actually doubling down on, no, you're not here just to like be famous and have a chat. You're actually trying to
Yeah.
do something here, which I prefer personally to what Love
Yeah.
Island is. Oh, hey, just want to have a chat.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like Love Island as a premise isn't bad, but it's like over the years it's just become more about getting famous, right? I
Mhm.
think
Yeah.
I think the only people that have actually managed to keep their fame and capitalize on their fame like a lot is I think it's Molly May and Tommy. I think they've really capitalized on it. Like they are probably still the most famous like Love Island people. I think because
Yeah, I think
they
so. But then if you go to like random Love Islanders, a lot of them have like brand deals, and a lot of them just do like Instagram for a life.
yeah, but I mean it's like I'm following quite a lot of them,
Me too.
and it's like the more irrelevant ones get like 5K likes on Instagram. Not a
Mhm.
lot considering what they've been on, right?
Yeah, but then you do have to like, you can't just turn up and be a wet blanket the whole time and expect you to get famous and that be your life done.
I feel like
Funny it was that easy, you know.
I feel like the guy that really fucked it was like the guy that probably had it in the bag was what's his name? The guy that was going out with Amber. What's his
Oh,
name?
Matt Griffiths.
Yeah, Michael, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
He had it in the bag until he fucking choked.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, so I give him
Oh,
a
would you
bit.
say
The
would you
only
say
bit of credit,
choked? I don't know because he's
well, because he went to Casa Amor and then he came back with someone else.
yeah.
And to be fair, the girl he came back with was really attractive, but but I don't understand how he did not see that she was just there just to be famous.
Yeah, but he
Like
was just there to be
it was so
famous.
clear. Whereas Amber was like a legitimately good catch. Like, oh,
True.
it
Yeah,
was.
true. Amber was kind of fire, but I think
But
the
yeah, that season was a good season.
I think that was the best season. But Mora is actually the most fire contestant that's ever been on the show. 100%. 100 fucking percent.
But then my, yeah, I'm not gonna. Anyway, yeah,
Wait, so do you watch this Takeshi or not?
No, I don't. I'm. It's just something I should never think about wanting to watch, dude. I mean, I probably, if I actually watch TV, I probably would watch it ironically, but
It's time. It's time for you to go on it, Takeshi.
nah, I don't think I'd be good for that. I think there's definitely kids, right, that want to be social media influencers when they're older, right? That's just
Yes.
so weird to think
Oh,
about.
100%. There is people that aspire to just post pictures on Instagram.
That's so strange to me. That feels so weird.
But then,
but
I
then
mean, but then you could say the reverse, right? That there's kids like who want to play games for a living and want to stream for a living, right?
True, yeah.
I still think that the influencer job comes is packaged as like, this is an easy job. All you got to do is take
I don't
pictures and
think it's
stuff.
easy. I think it takes a lot of.
But I literally think you've got to sell your soul to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's just your lifestyle. It's not like a job anymore. It's just how you live.
Yeah, and I actually dislike so a lot of these people like you were saying, Surface, I follow on Instagram, but a lot of them I've unfollowed because it's like you're not posting about your life anymore. You're just posting to sell something. And I'm actually pretty good. See if I like someone and they're like selling something, I'll give it a like. I'll do anything. I'll be like, yeah, man, you get that cash. Like, and if you're getting extra likes mean that you're getting more money,
I
let's
don't
give you
know.
that dollar for free.
I don't know how. I don't know how like sponsorships work. I think sponsorships work. I don't think it's based on likes. I think it's a lot based on the followers and like how many followers they have is how much they'll charge for a post and shit. Even if like half.
It's often done off engagement. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure it's done off engagement.
I mean that would
So-
make sense, right? But I think it's based on. I remember watching a video, and I think they said it was based on a. I think they said it was based on followers, right? Even if like half the followers like don't interact with them.
Yeah, I mean the level of sponsorship you can get and the amount of money you're going to get for it will be more because, like, let's say you've got 10,000 subscribers. Now they say that per video you get about 10% of your, or per Instagram post you get about 10% of your followers. In terms of that's how many likes you get. So you've got 10,000 followers, you probably get about 1,000 likes, roughly. And let's say with the company that's advertising, because you've only got 10,000 followers, they're like, well, because you're someone small, we'll give you £5 per 100 likes, right? But if you're someone big, they'll be like, oh no, we really want to get you because we really want our products to sell because the worth will be more. So we'll give you £8 per 100 likes, even though it'll be more, because they'll want that engagement.
Yeah,
I mean, it is
true,
clever. I mean, it is clever. Like when I want something, I go to the thing that I would recognize the most. I don't like. I'm a little bit of a sucker for advertising in that way. Like,
I am completely opposite. I will. You can advertise something to me, and I don't shit, bro. If it doesn't interest me, if I've never wanted it, I'll just like skip that shit, bro. Miss me with that shit.
okay. Here's an example. Then you want to learn the guitar, right? You go to the shop, you buy a really cheap, no brand guitar. Then you think, okay, I want to. And do you play Guitar Surfix?
I do not play guitar.
Okay, good. But now you want to go buy a nice guitar. What guitar brands do you know?
None.
Oh, okay. Maybe
Literally
that's about as
fucking.
simple.
literally-
Well, I was
crumbles.
yeah, my point would crumble, but I would expect you to say maybe Gibson, maybe Fender, like.
None, bro.
Okay.
I-
Maybe if you were slightly more interested, you would know.
Yeah.
But those are
Yeah,
those are like really big brands, is what I'm saying. You would like if you were like somewhat in the field, you would go to them first, and that isn't because you just think, oh, I want to try that. That's advertising.
I mean,
Like,
it's because they're a known brand, right? And known brands tend to be more reliable in the product they sell because they're known for a reason, right?
yeah, maybe more reliable in what they sell, but they could sell something that's trash. Like there could be better options out there.
Oh, definitely. I mean
Like if you
that's
do your
what it is, right?
research.
It just based on research and how much like you care about like to do it right.
What was the last thing that you like researched before you bought?
Um,
Oh, that's a good
mm,
point.
I'd probably say that there's like a couple of things. There's like I'm a big fan of watches, so I found this company like a year ago. Well, not a year ago, like 2 or 3 years ago when they were relatively like unknown.
What's the
They're,
company name?
they're pretty well known. Is it Vincero or
Oh
Vincero?
yeah,
However you
yeah.
say that.
Uh-huh.
So I found them when they weren't very well known, and this was when I was doing research into like decently cheap but like good watch brands.
Uh-huh.
So I found them, and then I've pretty much been with them ever since because they make really fucking good watches.
And see, it's
I bought one
funny.
of their watches a couple
I've
of
seen
days
that
ago.
brand advertised on Instagram.
They advertise on YouTube now as well. But
Oh
I
yeah.
guess the other thing was like when I used to play airsoft a lot, I had research into like the brands and like what I want to get next and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
What
I
about
don't
you,
think
Takeshi?
I think it was my headphones that I researched the most because I was just trying to find the right kind that I wanted. Because basically, I don't want to. I wanted like a detachable cable one that was also open back, and that also was just semi decent. And then I was
Oh
thinking,
wait. Can we give Takeshi a little clap?
what?
He hit 6K.
Oh, all right, thanks.
Snaps for
Little,
you. Snaps for
little,
you.
little clap for Takeshi hitting 6K.
Can we get some chaos in the chat?
I'm trying to clap, but it's not picking up unless I talk. Does it pick up when I talk?
No, no.
No.
It doesn't pick up at all. What the
I
fuck?
think you've lost it now, right, Takeshi? But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yes,
still
it was
had it.
one. It was one game. Anyway,
Yeah, but
back
you
to the
still had it.
headphones.
So are these headphones for like your phone for those some music? Or are they like gaming
No,
headphones?
this is for my desktop.
Oh, okay.
And basically, my other ones were like 30 quid, and they were Amazon bestseller, which was they were really good. But I had to buy like the Velour or whatever pads to make them nice. So I had to take off the old pads and put the new ones on. And then as well, the cable is connected directly to the headphone on
Mhm.
like the left side. So if you tug too much or if it bends the wrong way, then like you get that thing where you hear out of one ear, that sort of stuff. You
Oh,
know?
right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what I had to figure out eventually was how to fix that because I went from like having like those generic games consoles like 2-in-1 headsets basically, and then like the minute the wire snapped
Based on
or
like all consoles.
yeah, like Xbox, like the
Yeah,
is it the Triton? The
yeah,
Triton
I
series
have.
of
Yeah.
yeah. But like if you wrap the wire too much, or if you like I don't know, it just gets old. Like the mic stops working, the headphones start breaking. So then when I went to PC, I tried like having a separate mic to headphones, and then I was having an issue with the headphone jack always breaking. So then I finally looked up if there's like a pair that has a detachable wire, is open back, and has Vela, so I don't have to buy more accessories for it. And I found one, and it's really good.
Are you as weird as I am when it comes to like the PC equipment that they use?
What
So
do you mean by that?
I think the biggest example I have, right, is uh so I've always used the same keyboard. Like if I'm getting a new keyboard, I'll get the exact same keyboard.
Oh, I probably would do that, but I don't know where I'd get mine anymore. I've had mine for so long that I don't
'Cause
even remember.
it's like so like I think it was like a couple of days ago, right? So
Yeah.
I've been home from university for about 5 days now after like I was finished with university for now at least. And I got a phone call from my mum about 12. She went down the avenue and then she went and stopped because there's a computer shop right next door basically to where I live. Like it's like a 2 minute walk away.
Yeah.
And they're really nice people. Like they custom built my PC and everything. Because so my mom went in there and she rang me up and was like, "I'm in the computer shop," and she's like, "Cause you got the second highest grade in university, I'll get you a new keyboard." She basically saw that my keyboard is like destroyed. It's like when I pulled it out of my bag, the space key fell off, and the space key has like a bunch of holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "I'm at the computer shop. What keyboard do you want?" And it was like, "What do you mean?" I was like so confused. And then she's like, "Your keyboard's broke." I was like, "No, it's not. It's fine. It's not fine, but it's not like it's like usable, you know." And I was like, I told her they didn't have the keyboard I want, so I was like, "Yeah, it doesn't matter." And she's like, "What the fuck do you mean it doesn't matter?" I was like, "It doesn't matter." She couldn't understand that I only use one like brand of keyboard, and it's like I'll never change from this keyboard unless it like stops like getting produced. I'm like the
I
same. I'm the same with my mouse as well.
Yeah, that's me with my mouse. My mouse broke, so I but they didn't really sell it, so I just upgraded the model, I think. Did I? Yeah, let me check.
What about you, Mo? Are you like this particular about your like keyboard equipment and like computer equipment or what?
Well, I was so I had a really kind of rubbishy keyboard and mouse kind of for a very long time, and then when I went to Birmingham and got backstage to play S4 just for getting there, they gave me a free Alienware keyboard and mouse. The Alienware keyboard is like 200 quid, so it's like really really nice with proper mechanical keys and stuff, and I've kind of maintained it pretty well. So I've kind of just had that. The mouse is maybe becoming maybe drawing towards its last legs, but no, I'm not kind of super particular. I'm maybe more particular about how I operate. But I mean, I've got like a nice. Last summer. I bought myself like a nice microphone. A lot of you will have seen it on stream, like a podcaster mic, which is really really nice, and a proper mic stand and a DVI box and XLR cables and all this kind of stuff, just to like make it kind of nice. But no, I'm not super worried about it. Like I'll just kind of get on through. But I do like that I've got like nice stuff. And the thing that I've got now that I will never come back from ever is dual monitors. If you do not have dual monitors, it is the best 50 quid you will ever spend.
Really?
Like no. It is like it is
Because
unimaginable now to think of going back to
I'm
just
the
one
exact
monitor.
I'm the exact opposite of that actually.
What?
When I had a
What?
so
So
I
wild.
I started with initially when I very first started like PC gaming, right? I had one monitor, and then I got two more monitors, so I had a triple monitor set up like a couple years
Ripple.
ago. Yeah, so I had a triple monitor set up a couple years ago, and then I don't know what happened, but I took one monitor to university and left the others. And then when I came back like a year later, the other two monitors didn't fucking work.
Oh.
Uh, so and it's like I noticed when I had the triple monitor set up anyway, I'd like never use the other monitors, like never. It'd be a very fucking rare occurrence if I ever like used it. So it's like I don't see the need to have like more than one, at least for me at least. Like I'm perfectly fine with one. I mean, the only thing that kind of annoys me is when I have to like alt tab, like if I'm playing like Black Desert or if in a Dota
Oh
game,
yeah, you have to alt tab
and
constantly.
I have to alt tab to see who the fuck wants my attention.
Yeah, see, that just pops up for me. I just see it all. Or yeah, it's just no, it's just I sit on Football Manager and I sit with something else on the screen when I watch Netflix
Yeah,
or
Civ and Football Manager, those games make sense.
like and even if I'm just like, oh, I'm just woken up in the morning, I kind of want to play some unranked Dota and just kind of vibe. I'll just stick something like a podcast or something on the other screen and just kind of
Right?
have like a
So
nice time.
That sounds
You
good.
know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that,
Um,
I can't believe that you think it's a bad thing. It's honestly,
I don't think it's a bad thing. I can see why people like it, right? Because it's easier, and I can see why it's like if you're like a streamer, especially like why it's a necessity. But
yeah.
it's like
Oh yeah, it's ideal for streaming as well. Yeah, you're right.
but it's like it really just like doesn't bother me because I just found out when I had them, I just like never used them anyway.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
fair.
probably be the same. I don't really feel like it's gonna. It probably would make everything easier, but it's not like I need it, right? It's not a necessity. Maybe if I started working in like a more demanding like CAD
Yeah,
field or something, then maybe I'd
say
want it.
if I had an IT job or something like for sure, but I mean I'm going to work in a fish factory, I think so.
Oh,
I did.
sad.
I actually.
You say sad, Takeshi, but it's like
No, well, you're
14
just
pound
gonna
an hour.
smell. You're just gonna smell fish all the time.
Yes, but it's like 14 pound an hour or something, and I'm fucking 21. I
That's
need that.
true.
I need that money for when I go back to uni and do my
You need the
masters.
bread.
Yeah, bro. I
I
think I'll
mean,
upgrade my PC with it as well. I think.
you're not wrong. I mean, I just had a. I mean, I was just bragging about my adult money from teaching, but I was absolutely cleaned out. I've already like I'd saved money to like go on holiday
Hmm?
this month, and my car broke and it needed
Oh, F.
fixed.
Oh no,
So
F.
all of it's gone. That's
No.
Rip.
so I put it into the garage for a service and an MOT on Wednesday morning, and there's a garage that I really like out near where I used to live, where my parents lived, but it's out in the country a bit, so it's kind of awkward to get from where I live now out to there. So I drove out, and then I was like, okay, I'll just walk around for 2 hours, and then I'll pick my car up and it'll be good to go. Because normally they're really fast and they're really chill. So
Mhm.
anyway, basically 7 hours later, my car is not finished,
Yikes.
and there's just a bunch of stuff wrong.
Oh no.
And I have to go find a way home, and then I had to play because that was on Wednesday, and I had to play games, and obviously we lost both our games. I was just not in a good
Yeah.
place for the
Well,
games, and then
here's a question for you, because
yeah.
so I'm gonna start my mom basically told like some quick lies or some shit. I don't really know, because basically I've have like up until now I've had no interest in learning how to drive, but I kind of want to learn how to drive now anyway. So I basically my mom like knows a bunch of instructors, and she pulled the card of like because apparently ever since COVID they're like really backed up, right, with like students and shit.
Mhm.
So my mom pulled the card of she's a nurse and that I'm going to be a police officer and that I've been accepted, which is a lie. I haven't even applied yet. Uh, and that she was like, he needs to learn how to drive, which is true. I do need to learn how to drive if I want to be a police officer. Like, it's a requirement. So she basically lied to this instructor, and she's like, "Yeah, I can fit him in August." I was like, "Perfect." So what was your first car, Mario? Or like,
So so when I was coming up to my 13th birthday, I I've always wanted to drive ever since I was a young boy, and yeah, well, coming into my 13th birthday, me and my dad had a conversation, and he kind of had this idea where he said, well, like, look, why don't for the next 4 years you don't get many birthday and Christmas presents, but on your 17th birthday, I'll get you a car. And I said, yeah, I want to do that. So on my 13th birthday, from then on till I was 17, I basically got like very minimal presents. Always with a card being like, remember that. Remember your 17th birthday, you'll get a car. So
yeah.
which I was very happy about. So and then when I turned 17, I got a Seat Ibiza, just a small little 1.2 Seat Ibiza, and I loved that car. And I had it for 9 years.
Okay.
And
Oh, wow.
yeah, so I turned 17 in May and I passed my test in November, and that was like late because I basically just didn't book my theory test for ages. And as soon as my theory was done, I just went to the test center and passed because I always wanted to drive, really wanted to. So,
Oh, okay. Fair
um,
enough.
so I was very quick in doing that. So, wow, that was like 10 years ago now. Holy smokes.
Not to make
Uh,
Mario feel old. I'm lucky enough to
yeah.
have a I'm lucky enough to have a pretty well off family. So my granddad was like, "I'll buy your car," straight up when I
Oh,
passed.
Jesus.
My granddad was just like, cause my granddad and my mum were getting very pissed off that I had like no intention of like learning how to drive when I was like 18 or whenever you can like officially start learning.
Yeah, yeah.
But now I know I need it. So I remember I went to see my granddad like a week ago. My granddad was like, "Will I die before you can drive?" I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Oh."
That cuts too close to home. Please don't talk like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And
What a way to pressure someone saying
Yeah.
that.
and then I was like, he's like, he literally was like, "I don't know what you're waiting for, because I'll buy you a fucking car." I was like, you got a good point here, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I would say driving is one of those things. I think if you don't do it early, it kind of haunts you a little bit.
Yeah, because it's like my mum can drive, and she's been able to drive like, ever since she was 18. But unironically, my dad is a better driver than my mum. But my dad can't like he doesn't have a driver's license. But
Yeah.
like unironically, he's a better driver than my mum. But the problem that fucks him is like ever since he was young, and he like was starting to like learn how to drive, he just has like a big problem or something. He's not dumb by any means. He just has a big fucking problem where he chokes in the theory exam, like because he can drive and he drives better than my mum, but he just cannot pass his theory to save his life.
Oh, what a shame.
Really?
Yeah,
That sounds so rough. I
he
don't know.
he
Like, can't you
fucking
just memorize all the question types by that point and just?
I don't know, bro. He's given up.
I
No.
I winged my way to it. I did the booklet the night before, and when she said, "Oh, you've passed," I went, "Really?" Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I think I was lucky. I got the exact because it's hard. It's not like a test you got to get half. It's either 50, you got to get 43.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a pretty high bar that you've got to get. Like, I'm not surprised that people fail it. Like, really.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. That is true when you think about that. That's a very high bar.
like in comparison to like normal tests,
Yeah.
in terms of like a pass mark or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, but I think yeah, driving has been like one of my favorite things of my life because I like I use it as a good way to like get to know people and like help people, and I think that and that's been I've really enjoyed that, really enjoyed that because I enjoy driving in general.
Yeah.
Like so,
Yeah.
both Birmingham's I drove to in my little
fair enough.
1.2 from Aberdeen, which is pretty. It was like 8-9 hours.
Yeah.
And I even made a stop. I even went a long route, the first one to Rinku. So here this crazy story about Birmingham. I really wanted my friends to come to Birmingham with me, but a lot of them were iffy about it. They just weren't sure. So I bought us all tickets. I bought everyone the tickets.
Holy
Bought
shit.
me, Rinku, and my other friend a ticket, and then another friend of his. He bought his own
Is it the
tickets.
most expensive part of Birmingham, like the accommodation?
Yeah.
Because
So
my
well, if you don't, I mean, the hotel's close to it. Yeah, really expensive. But you get Airbnbs. I didn't find it too bad.
yeah,
We
'cause
kind of
my,
because I had the car, and at Birmingham so far, I've not paid for parking once, and they've never ever charged me. So
I mean, it's because my
is what it
friends,
is.
my friends went. It was a bunch of my friends went. Like Cameron went with a bunch of my other IRL friends. If you don't know Cameron, he's Thao, by the way. But I don't call him that because just weird.
Mhm.
So he went with a bunch of my other friends. There was like 7 or 8 of them, and I wanted to go with them. But I just couldn't afford it. I'm a poor boy.
This is what
Uh,
Rinku was telling me. Rinku was like, "No, I can't afford it." So I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll buy his tickets. That's fine." So
and
I bought
they
everyone tickets, and then I
and they
turned up.
really
No,
enjoyed
hold
it.
on, server. Hold on. I
No,
turned
no,
up.
go, go.
I'm mid story. I turned up at Rinku's house and I say, "Look, I'm here. We'll drive down for the weekend. I'll drive you back up. Edinburgh's a detour to get because you normally just go down Glasgow then straight down. But going to Edinburgh, you then got to cut back across and it just takes longer." And I had the tickets. I had the accommodation as well. There was a bed for him. I
Holy
got
shit!
all of
You're
it.
actually such a good friend.
And
That's such a good thing.
and he didn't want to go. He didn't come.
Wait, did
What,
he did
bitch?
go, right? He did go.
No.
What? Riku! Riku!
He'd always told me that he didn't want to go, and I had just gone ahead and just done it anyway.
Bro,
So in his head, he was
Rinku?
like, "I told you, I'm sorry, I don't want to go."
Fucking Rinku, man. I know,
Um,
I'm against it. Don't worry, I'm against his team on Sunday, Div 2. I'll knock him out just for that.
Thank
Literally,
you.
I'll knock him out just because he didn't fucking go to Birmingham.
But it's fine because me and my other two friends we went and we had a great time, and then the next year I went on my own but met with already 12 people and had a really good time as well.
Didn't you
Oh,
go to Takeshi with Masley?
oh, did I go on
Yeah,
my
I
own?
did. Yeah. It was. I think it was my first or second. It was my first year of uni, I think. And it was really easy for me because my train journey there was like one train journey, and then I'm basically there
Oh,
because I was in
nice.
Derby. So I met up with the boys, met up with one of our friends, online friends, for the first time. That was fun too. He's done a lot of work since then. He doesn't really play Dota anymore.
Yeah, I was hoping there would be another one, but obviously COVID kind of killed
Yeah,
that. So.
Yeah,
it did
I was
kinda
I
kill it.
was sadly going to go with Anstar. Me and Anstar
And
were gonna.
Star
Yeah, but
Pogchamp.
this was before Anstar wanted to give up Dota, or what?
No. Like
I think he still wanted to go.
even
Oh,
just after that, I think I think we were gonna get a room together.
I think. Ooh.
Oh,
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 sorry.
oh, oh.
I think the funniest part though was because of Oscar, who is disabled and sits in a wheelchair most of his time, even though he like it's more. I think it's like fainting and stuff like that. We had to sit near the we sit close to the railing area, and then Oscar has to sit at the railing area, and just as a rule, one of us had to sit next to him the whole time. And then that was also where the security, well, not the security guard, but the people who worked there, but had to like stay in the venue.
Yeah.
Because they had to watch the doors and
Stewards.
shit. Yeah,
Stewards?
no, I don't know what they are. They're just employees that have to sit and watch the event because they need to make sure things are okay.
Yeah, I think steward's the right word.
Yeah, I guess it is. They'd sometimes come over to me and Oscar. They'd be like, they ask questions like, "What is this? What's going on? Why are people getting excited right now?
Oh, that's
Is this
nice.
meaningful? Is this?" And I'd have to try and because there's like this 50-year-old woman's coming over, or like even older probably. It's like she looked like a grandma. She could be my grandma. She came over and she started asking me and Oscar about what was happening and why it was such a big deal. And
Yeah, apparently.
like her seeing these like 20 and 30-year-olds that probably could be her kids or something, just screaming at a TV screen with a bunch of pixels flying. That was just
Yeah.
funny to me thinking about it.
I
Yeah.
think that's apparently that's what Cameron was really bad at, and I started to piss my other friends off. Apparently, according to them, I think it was him because he'd just ask so many questions. Like he'd just be asking so many questions about like the game. Like obviously he plays the game, but he'd be asking like why they do this and shit. I think,
Oh.
and it's like my friends are all fucking heralds, so they can't answer that question.
Oh, you. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my friends are. I think in our friendship group, it's like my friends are all heralds, and it's like Cameron, then it's like me, and everyone else is like just fucking like they're fucking monkeys that can barely click buttons.
I feel like you don't go to those events though for that reason because you
Yeah,
can just do the
they
exact same thing on Twitch and just have like a higher MMR friend sit with
yeah.
you.
No, they went for the experience.
Yeah, yeah. So
And
I would
I
be
really
like,
want
yeah.
to go with them, like for the experience, but
I,
And
unfortunately,
I would
I think it's
appropriate.
worthwhile as well. Like, even though I find sometimes when you're sitting there for a long time, like
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
I
just,
think
like,
I think one of my friends was notorious for falling asleep, like
I think
while
falling
waiting
asleep
for the
is
game to
okay.
start.
I think like you just got to pick and choose what games you go to, and like I spent I like if the game if I wasn't really caring about the game in the morning, I would often go out for a nice place for breakfast, or like
Oh.
or lunch or something like that. I would like try and like explore a little bit.
I think if one does happen, the thing I'd like look forward to most is not the games, but like meeting everyone that I play with. Right? I think that'd be pretty
Yeah,
dope.
and it's. I mean, so I spent time with RD2 folk in Birmingham and in Hamburg, and in Hamburg, I had a great time. I honestly had a really brilliant time, and most of the time I hung out with like I think one of the main nights that we were out, it was kind of awkward. There was kind of like lots of different groups going on, but the group I ended up with was like Thrawn, Joel, Dota, German Tom, and a couple others. I can't
So
quite
that's a
remember.
lot of different people there.
And we went to a cocktail bar, we went to another German bar. We had a brilliant time. We played drinking games. Like it was actually just
I
awesome.
think
And then the
was
next morning we went out for I dragged them out to a nice place for breakfast. It was honestly just
fair enough.
it was
I
so nice. It was so nice.
think was it you or was it Musley that I said if a Birmingham happens that we're both out, I'll make a custom T-shirt saying Takeshi sucks. It was either
I don't know if
it might
I
have
don't
been
think
you
I
or it
was
might have
there.
been Musley
I
that I was
can't. I don't
talking to.
remember. But that'd be funny. I don't know.
That's how you know it's me. You know, I'm just walking around
Yeah.
with a shirt that says Takeshi sucks.
Yeah, the big thing for me though is like socializing and well, I don't know. It's just the anxiety of just the whole event because it's a big event, right? So just the whole anxiety
You
of
think
like
you think there'll
what's
be
going on.
one next year?
I don't know.
If like
I
COVID
I
is
think
like
so. Yeah, I think so.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think they're
Think
pretty
it's-
profitable, honestly.
I don't know. I think running an event is. I think running events you mainly lose money, right? I think that's the general consensus.
I think so. Yeah. I think maybe the costs come from like food and drink and stuff.
I
Like
think
most of the profit comes from food and drink.
I think the only way you make. I think the only way like these things make money, right, is Valve subsidizes a lot of it, right?
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
Probably.
no, no, no. They get a lot of money. Like ticket, I'm pretty sure the tickets will pretty much cover the cost of the venue.
I don't think so. I
No,
remember.
no, the cost of venue. There's lots of other things to accommodate for. But you know why they advertise DHL, like Mercedes, all these things. They will get so much money from those guys. Honestly, they're making. Why would they wouldn't do it if they weren't making money. Let's be real here. They wouldn't do it. If they weren't making money.
True.
And they still need to have a prize pool. That's the prize pool is maybe subsidized by Valve.
I think a lot of the. I don't know how it is now. But a lot of the DPC events used to be like Valve paid for? Or does
I
that
don't know.
not?
I'm not like a junkie in the pro scene of knowing every detail.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know. I don't know that
DPC
either.
is, but sometimes I think the ESL tournaments
You know what I
are
really miss?
separate.
I miss the majors that we used to have. Like
What with the cool trophies?
fuck this DPC shit. Bring back the majors.
I quite like Deep Sea. I see when they released all that like stuff about the tier 2 scene. I was like, yes, you can do that. You've got
DPCs.
I don't know. I think they've got so much potential. They just don't use it, man. It frustrates me.
Yeah, I think the DPC has some problems, all right. Like when you can come first in in a region go last in the major, and you're still like got more points than the first guy who placed in the major. I think that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, there's definitely flaws, but it's just because no one at Valve really takes ownership. It's annoying.
I think it's because of their company structure, right?
Yeah.
They've kind of changed it. It's mainly just COVID and just like the big Valve, like it basically just like a sense of Valve depression. I think like projects failing, focus is a different area. Gabe not even thinking about like the company, instead looking at technology and stuff like that.
Bro, Gabe just looking at his wallet get bigger
Well,
and bigger. He
I
give a
know.
shit.
I mean, yeah.
It's just a big lull of the
I'm
company.
gonna say I sent them an email a year and a half ago. I'm gonna send them another email. I'm gonna tell them all my ideas, and I'm gonna say, look, if you want someone to do it, just hire me.
Hire
I'll
this
do
man.
it for
Hire
you.
this man.
I'll
Hire
do
this
it.
man.
Keep in mind they are like some of the best people in the business. Like it's weird how they produce so little, but they are like the highest quality people.
Yeah.
Well, not that you could probably
mean,
hire.
I mean, the way I describe that is right. Valve no longer need to make games, right? They make more than enough money a year on Steam.
Mhm.
So
Oh
like
yeah.
their focus is probably from what it used to be, right? Where it used to be. Holy shit! There's a fucking guy flying, hacking in video right next to me. But it's like not what it used to be, right? Like when they didn't have Steam, they were a lot more focused on making games, right, and making good games. Whereas now they have Steam, so they don't necessarily need to have that focus on just games
Yeah.
anymore, right?
I would love
Mm.
to see their like financial structure. Like, I would love to see how much money they make from Steam, how much money they make from Dota. From
Isn't there like a
CS.
can't you I mean I don't know I have no idea about business, but can't isn't that like part of what they might reveal at like
Uh,
quarterlies and stuff like that?
no,
The earnings or what? I don't fucking know.
I'm pretty sure they don't have. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty
I
sure
think you have to release that shit, right, in your quarterly earnings. Like, you don't have to. I don't think you have
maybe
to. Like,
earnings, but you don't have to. You don't have to release what you spend it on, or
Because don't companies like do presentations for their investors and shit, and they do like
yes.
cool graphs? Can't you just infer things from the graphs, or is that too vague?
Oh, well.
I don't know. But then
Like,
I feel like
um,
someone would have said, "Hey guys, you've got 12 staff and you're making over 500 million a year. What are you doing?"
Yeah,
Like,
true.
like I feel like there'd be more. I feel like there'd be more noise about that. But
Well, maybe there is some noise, and then it all gets drowned out when like the battle pass comes out, and then everyone shuts up for a bit because of the cool
The
new
passes
battle pass.
out. We're rich again, boys.
have we
No,
talked
well,
about the
no,
battle
like the
pass?
consumer, because that's what happens with Nintendo. But
Have we talked about the battle pass on this?
no, we haven't.
What do you guys think?
I think. Oh no, I think we have. No,
Alright.
did it come out last week? During
don't-
I don't remember.
I only bought it for the DK persona. I'll be honest.
I also want it for the DK persona, but I'm hesitant because it's a bit of money for basically a skin, and also
Yeah, but
it's like
I didn't like put any new money on. I just sold some Dota items to get
oh
it.
that's a good idea. But I like all my Dota items, so I don't
Oh,
want to
that's
sell
a
it.
good idea. I didn't think of that because
Yeah,
I was
but you,
thinking
you gotta get you have to get rid of stuff. I don't want to get rid of stuff.
yeah, but I've got this flaming pudge hook that I don't need
Oh, ooh,
Get that shit out of your inventory right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
bro.
because there's a lot of cool pudge hooks that I use anyway.
The Dragon
Oh.
Call hook chunk.
No, I've got like the new ones. There was
Mainly one.
the ultra rare one from the last battle pass
Oh,
for a pudge.
I know it's
but
I don't know if you guys do it, but I do it a lot. Like, so I mean, I go from being a safe lane player to an off lane player, and an off lane player to a safe lane player. And like right now I'm an off lane player, so I sold all my safe lane items and like bought other fucking off lane cosmetics.
nah, I'd rather just keep them all and just have them for when I want them. Because
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing.
I'm an absolute hoarder. I still have the very first. I've never really sold any items. I still have the first item that I ever got on Dota when it dropped in a game, and I remember
The
thinking,
sniper cape.
no, it's a PL, it's a
Oh,
PL staff. It's a rare quality. Like it's not that cool, but I thought at the time it was the coolest thing ever. I thought this awesome thing has dropped, so I played PL like loads after I got that because I was like,
nice.
this is sick.
But yeah, the DK persona, I would not want to get right now because basically DK is in the meta, but then probably after the next patch he won't be.
Yeah.
And then knowing that I paid so much money for a hero that probably won't even be seen in like the lane that I would. Cause basically the only lane I play DK is offlane. Like there was a period where carry DK was a thing for like a week or something.
Pit DK
Mhm.
is
That was
kind of-
like a really weird period where the idea was you you rush Shadowblade and you basically do what offlane DK did, right? But you have a better scaling item where you just rush like a 2k gold
Wait, what?
mobility item, and then you
Well,
just go in.
no.
There
Can I
was a
play Dota
period.
during this period?
I don't know. There was definitely a period where carry DK was like a thing for like a week. It was like Chinese. It was like a Chinese thing because no one was picking DK except them. But yeah, so the only lane I'd see DK being played for me is offlane. So then like
DK
it's just
offlane, you
it's
kind
and
of
it's just because right now it's a meta pick. I like DK offlane anyway. I'd pick it if it wasn't meta, but right now it's a meta pick, so I'd be willing to get the persona. But then afterwards, it might be like not the right time or or like I
Yeah,
don't know,
but I
not the
mean,
right
if you don't
way
get
to
the
play.
persona now, right, you're never gonna get it.
Yeah, but then I'm just saying, I'm also just looking at like 50 quid that's just sitting there until like a year, and then the patch comes around, and then I'll be playing like a ton of DK.
There's nothing stopping you from
Oh.
picking it, even if it's not in the meta.
That's
What?
true. That is true, but it's like
Like,
I don't know.
I assume you won't pick it in ranked, right? Just go fucking unranked in your dog shit stacks that you always play in.
True.
But then I last week I looked at how much money I've spent in Dota. You know how you can do
Oh
that?
no! Oh!
No, I think we should all do this right now. I think we should all do this right now.
No,
you go
no,
to,
I'm not.
you go
I'm
to-
not
you
doing it.
I'll
I'm
do it.
too embarrassing.
go to your name and then you go to badges.
Wait, how
No.
do you do this?
In the
Right.
Steam client, you go to your name and then you go to badges,
Well, do I just click on alright, badges?
and then you click on the Dota 2 badges,
Yeah.
Dota
and
2,
then and then you go to at the top it says how do I earn card drops? And you just click that.
Yeah.
And it,
And it
oh
tells
no!
you.
Oh no! Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, you got
Alright.
to click on Dota 2 though. You got to click on Dota 2,
yeah, I see it.
and it says you have spent approximately this amount.
I
Are
see
you,
it.
are you comfortable sharing this information?
Yeah.
How long? So to put it in perspective, we've had the game. I've had the game since 2013, and I've played it nigh on every single day without playing barely any other games. And I still think that doesn't justify the amount of money I've spent.
I don't know if I want to say mine.
I'll
'Cause
say-
I
I'll
also
say
have
mine.
CSGO as well for me.
I'll say mine, I don't give a fuck.
Alright, do it then, bitch.
You have spent approximately 1,321 USD.
No!
That's it.
Mine is you have spent approximately 1,846
Takeshi?
USD.
Is it higher? Is it higher, Takeshi? than
No, I need to
Profile?
find mine. I need to find mine.
So I found how much money I'd spent on Steam in general, and I was like, oh,
mine's okay. No, mine compared to you guys, it's really not that bad. But for me, it still looks. Mine's just 370.
Holy based, I wish mine was that low.
so
It's
it's
so
not,
you could buy a car with yours, I think, or like rent or something like that. Can't you?
I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Like it's almost it's too much money. But to be fair though, I would say Dota for me has been one of the most formative and enjoyable experiences of my life so far. Even though it's been horrible at times, like the friends I've made from it, the friends I've kept from it because we've got something to do together, my enjoyment of the pro scene, my kind of excitement about the game in general, how much I feel like I still have to learn, even though I've played it so much. Like it's not a game that I'll ever feel like I'll complete. I think it's just been I've loved every minute of it, so I wouldn't take it back.
I don't know. It's like in the grand scheme of things, it's it's not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things.
So
For now, it is.
Okay, hold on. You can
gonna-
divide it. You can divide it by how many hours you've played.
I don't know, Takeshi. I'm gonna earn like $3,000 a month.
Oh, if you divide it by how many hours, well, I mean, I'm not working right now, so for me it's a lot. But if you divide by how many hours I've played, that's probably like 50p or like even less, probably like 0.2.
You are
Yeah.
you have not spent a lot this year.
No, I've spent. So mine's 33 pence. So yours would be
Or hit
way
0.01 or something.
Yeah. So like
That's really cool though.
so.
I'm sure there's people that we know that spend like a lot more than us.
Oh, the people that get Aegises and Roshes every time?
Yeah, like, I have not had an Aegis like once.
I haven't had one either. I don't think it doesn't interest me.
Oh, so I have 2 Aegises. I tell you something, boys. They're cool. Because what I found is Dota doesn't like come into your life. Like Dota doesn't exist other than in my computer, really, in my house and in my home and in my outside life. But when I got that Aegis and I put it up, I was like, that's a bit of Dota. That's like that's like a physical piece. of those in my life, and it's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
I really like it.
shit as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And that
But it's
comes, or that
I don't know how cringe that is, but I have posters, not of Dota, but I have like
I don't think it's cringe anymore, but I don't know if it's more about how you. I don't know how it is because like I've recently tried to get out of my shell, and it's made me want to try and decorate like my room or like my room when I move out of this room because there's no point decorating this room.
yeah, I
But
decorate
like
my university room.
my university rooms weren't decorated at all. There was like one like canvas print that
Yeah.
wasn't even related to me. It's just like a car. It's just a nice looking image. That's about it.
Yeah,
Well, I just there's always like a bit of like apprehensiveness to like showing anything about myself in my room. I don't know why.
I don't know. I was like my university accommodation in the first and second year was like dead. It was like just like it was nothing, right? It's just plain walls.
Yeah.
And I decided that I had enough of that. So when I bring people around, it's like I basically just was like I want something to put on my walls, right? So I spent like £200 on like posters and some other shit, right? But like most of my posters are like sports related anyway. Like I want to say like 95% of my posters is like cricket, basketball, what else? Cricket, basketball, and like gym stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if like people come to me, like I'm not bothered if they know that about me because they most likely already know that about me. It's like I'd put a Dota poster on if I could find a decent one, but I haven't actually like looked for Dota posters.
Yeah, I thought I was going to stay in a room for a wee while. So when I realized I was going to be there for a little while, I started putting up stuff. But what I realized is that it's
I feel
actually
like
nice to get it like properly framed and stuff. Like it's
it's. I feel like it's like I have this.
like if you just throw something up, it kind of looks kind of tacky. But I think if you like
I
properly
have
frame
these.
it and stuff, it's quite nice.
I bought this. I bought this really cool poster that I sent to Pompo, and I was like, should I buy this? And Pompo was like, holy shit, that's so cool. And it's a poster of. It's not on my wall right now. It's like on my bed, but it's. I'm trying to remember exactly what it is. It's a poster of. So it has Kobe Bryant in the middle of it, and he's being like held up by MJ and LeBron, and like Kobe's looking over his shoulder. It's obviously it's been done when he died, or because he died, and it looks so fucking cool that and it's like made of like some really good material, like it's not like paper, and it's and I was like this looks too good, I can't like just like stick this up with blue tack, so
Mm.
I bought this like what is it? It's like magnetic frame, and it looks fucking dope. I need to put it up in my room here, like when I'm home. It looks fucking sick. And then like my other ones are like and then if it's not basketball, I have like music posters. So like the only like music I listen to like often is Juice World. I fucking love Juice World. So I have like not five. I have like two or three Juice World posters on my wall
And
with some of
he
his
passed
songs.
away as well, didn't he?
He did
Am I-
indeed.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's
That's
like if someone comes to my room, it's like there's a lot of things that like can be talked about, right? Because they see my posters. So
So good icebreaker if you're bringing home a
yeah,
lover.
exactly.
Suffix.
Yeah, what, bro?
If I was to hypothetically end this show right now, right? What
Mhm.
will be the first thing that you'd show them in your room?
What the? Wait, so
Any guess?
would
Any
I
guess?
show you? It depends who
Any guess?
it depends who
Any guess?
it depends if it's a girl or if it's a dude. But let's say it's you, right? Oh,
Yeah.
man. That I'd show the first thing I'd show you.
Yeah.
Hmm, I don't know. Well, maybe some like